أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. يا أيها الذين آمنوا خذوا حذركم فانفروا ثبات أو انفروا جميعا وإن منكم لمن ليبطئن فإن أصابتكم مصيبة قال قد أنعم الله علي إذ لم أكن معهم شهيدا ولئن أصابكم فضل من الله ليقولن كأن لم تكن بينكم وبينه مودة يا ليتني كنت معهم فأفوز فوزا عظيما. فليقاتل في سبيل الله الذين يشرون الحياة الدنيا بالآخرة ومن يقاتل في سبيل الله فيقتل أو يغلب فسوف نؤتيه أجرا عظيما. وما لكم لا تقاتلون في سبيل الله والمستضعفين من الرجال والنساء والولدان الذين يقولون ربنا أخرجنا من هذه القرية الظالم أهلها واجعل لنا من لدنك وليا واجعل لنا من لدنك نصيرا. الذين آمنوا يقاتلون في سبيل الله والذين كفروا يقاتلون في سبيل الطاغوت فقاتلوا أولياء الشيطان إن كيد الشيطان كان ضعيفا. صدق الله مولانا العظيم وبلغ رسوله النبي الكريم صلى الله عليه وسلم.
Jazakallah, brother Faiz. Allah give you reward for this beautiful recitation. So inshallah, today we are continuing with Surah An-Nisa. And Surah An-Nisa being Madani Surah, the many topics pertaining to the issues in Medina or the establishment of Islamic State that was established in Medina. So jihad and protecting those vulnerable people is an important ingredient of the Islamic State. Islamic State provide protection for all its citizens, both Muslims and non-Muslims. Muslims are Muslims, they get a protection in the Islamic State, and non-Muslims are classified as Zami. Zami means Zimedari, or the one whose rights are on the Islamic State. So when Nabi Karim Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam established the Islamic State of Medina, he established a first constitution in which the rights of both Muslims and non-Muslims were established. It's called Misaqul Medina. And in that, the second year of Hijrat, the permission for jihad came. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is giving the definition of giving the correct concept, because today we see that their concept of jihad is being misrepresented by some people, and it is being negatively portrayed by media in a very negative way. But if you look at the statistics, that second year of Hijrat, that when Islam became, the jihad became permissible, to Nabi Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam passing away from this worldly abode, the Nabi Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, he fought some wars in which he personally participated, and ulamas have given the definition of that is ghazwa. Ghazwa is a battle in which Nabi Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam himself participated, just like Battle of Badr, Ghazwa Badr, Ghazwa Ahzab, Ghazwa Uhud. And there are some other battles in which Nabi Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam appointed a general or a commander for an expedition, but did not participate himself. But it was actually sanctioned by Nabi Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. So it's called Saraya. Saraya means an expedition sent by Nabi Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, in which Nabi Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam himself did not participate. So if you collectively see the toll of people who died from that, collectively between all the Sarayas and all the Ghazwat, different historians have estimated between 400 to 400 people. That was the total cost of life in the total wars that were fought by Nabi Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam and his Sahabas. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying that when you go out, either in regiments or as a whole body, take your weapons with you. So the term here that, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, Ya ayyuhallazina amanu quzu hazrakum. Hazrakum could be interpreted as a weaponry or show of force or any precaution. Some scholars have even, so all the things that are aimed at protecting yourself is fall under that qazrakum, like your precautions, your weaponry. And fanfuru sabatan aw nafran jamina. So you either go in regiments or you go as a whole body of army. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is also again being a very deep-rooted problem and very profound problem in Medina is the problem of hypocrites who join the Muslim ranks, but their real reason is to undermine Islam and Muslims. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying that, those munafiqeen who join Muslims armies, they show some characteristic, and what is their attitude and how you can spot that they are munafiq, they are the hypocrites. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, وَإِن مِّنكُمْ لَمَنْ لِيَوَتَّعَنَّ فَإِنْ أَصَابَتْكُمْ. So among you, there are people who tarry behind, like, they are just half-heartedly or, joining the army. And if something bad happens, just like in Battle of Uhud, they say, oh, thanks God that I was not in that army and I'm sitting home, and otherwise I would have met the same fate. I would have been slain or injured or taken captives. And if something good happens, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give them a victory, just like one in Battle of Badr. So they say, oh, I wish I was there so I could claim some of the glory that Muslims enjoyed. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because their eyes are just on this worldly issues and this worldly benefits, and but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying that those people who are slain or they become shaheed, they are doing it for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So their reward is with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The reward, like ultimate, like those worldly people who do not believe in hereafter, when they say people dying, that is the ultimate calamity for them. Oh, they say that, such and such person, our friend, he died in a battle thing. But they do not understand the concept of hereafter and the rewards that will be given to a shaheed, a person who's a martyr. The reward for such great that, when a shaheed, he meets Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the honor that will be given to so much that when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala ask him that, do you have any other wish? So he will say, the honor I got for being the shaheed, I wish I could go back to the world and die all over again for the cause of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So such is the honor of the shaheed. Last week we discussed that one of the major enemies of Islam was Abu Amir Fasik and his nephew, who was the chief of hypocrites, Abdullah bin Ubay. They both conspire against Islam. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala granted the uncle, who was Abu Amir Fasik, his son, he became a very pious Muslim, a clear-hearted Muslim, and his name was Hazrat Hanzala, and he was martyred or shaheed in the battle of Uhud. And what happened? That Muslims are hastily marched toward the battleground of Uhud. Hazrat Hanzala heard the call of war, and that was his wedding night, the first night he got married. And when he heard the call of war, he was in the need of taking a shower. So, but he did not want to tarry behind, or he does not want to be left behind. So without taking, he just hastily could put on clothes and join the army. And he fought so bravely. Like on this side, Muslim camp, it was Hazrat Hanzala who was fighting, and on the other side, it was his own father, Abu Amir Fasik, who was fighting on the Kafir side. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala granted Hazrat Hanzala the shahadat or the martyrdom. And since he was in need of taking a ghusl or a bath, so Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave him so much honor that angels descended from the heavens and they gave him a bath. People could not see that, but when they went to bury his body, they saw that his hair are still wet and there were some signs of water on his body. So people did not understand where did this water come from. So when they came and asked Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, so that's when Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam told other Sahabas that Hanzala was in the need of a ghusl. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent angels from heavens. They came and bathed the body, and that's why he's also called Ghasil al-Malaika. In the same battle, the uncle of Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, Hazrat Hamza, he also became shaheed or martyred. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave him so much honor that when he passed from each heaven, first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, so on the each heaven, he wrote that, I am the lion of Allah and his prophet. And this is the honor that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave uncle of Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, Hamza, as being shaheed. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is also saying that not only this there's a, like Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned those pious people who are closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So among that, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned those kind of people like Allah's messengers, Anbiya and Rasul, Siddiqin, Salihin, and Shuhada. And Shuhada are those people, they are the one who have traded this worldly life to the hereafter, because in this worldly life they have given their life, they have ended their life for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And this is the major difference between a hypocrite and a true Muslim. A hypocrite sees a great glory that he could say that I wish. So on the other hand, there was one kafir, and when Quraysh attacked Medina. So he did not believe in Islam and all that, but he had gardens of date palm gardens and that. So people say that enemy has attacked Medina. So he said, what does it affect me? He says that if your enemy get victorious, what will happen to all those gardens, date palm gardens, that will happen. And he got enraged and he put on his sword and he joined the Muslim army late, and he showed the all sign of bravery. And he was a fresh person because he joined the late, and he could slay a lot of people from Quraysh. And eventually he died and he fell on the ground, and Sahaba did not realize who he was. They came and congratulated him, that congratulate on your martyrdom. He says, what martyrdom? No martyrdom. I don't believe in any of that. So he said that you are fighting. So he said that I was fighting for my date palms, not for you. So Nabi Karim Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam was far away from that person. And when everybody was admonishing his bravery, that how bravely he was fighting, but he fell after getting injured, Nabi Karim Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said that he's the one, he will be going to hell fire. So people did not understand what was happening. When they approached him and they talked to him, they realized what was happening. So a Muslim, he fight only for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and a kafir fight for Taghut. Taghut means for evil or for shaitan. And those people who fight for shaitan, they have only materialistic gains or materialistic thing they can comprehend. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, فَلْيُقَاتِلُوا فِي سَبِيلِ اللَّهِ الَّذِينَ يَشْتَرُونَ حَيَاةَ الدُّنْيَا بِالْآخِرَةِ. Those people who fight for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, they have actually sold out their life. They have traded their life. وَمَنْ يَقَاتِلُوا فِي سَبِيلِ اللَّهِ فَيَقْتُلُوا أَوْ أَيَغْلُبُوا فَسَوْفَ نُؤْتِيهِ أَجْرًا عَظِيمًا. And those people who have fought for akhirah, for the Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, so Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give them a great reward, whether those people have come victorious or they were slain. So not only those people who died in the battles, like I will say that Battle of Badr. In Battle of Badr, there were a few Muslims who were slain, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave them a great reward in the hereafter. But those people who actually came victorious, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave them great honor in this world, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave them a great honor in the hereafter. Such was the honor of the Ashab-e Badr, that when Hazrat Ali Karamallahu Wajhu, when Hazrat Usman was slain, some people came forward. This is that most logical choice and most worthy of the office of Khilafat is you. So Hazrat Ali said that you do not have right to choose a Khalifa. Only Ashab al-Badr, those people who participated in the Battle of Badr, they can choose a Khalifa. So there were a lot of Ashab al-Badr. So they came forward and they took a bath on Hazrat Ali, and Hazrat Ali accepted their bath and took the office of Khilafat. Such is the honor. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, those people who came victorious or they became shaheed, Allah has the reward for them, especially those people who have fought in the Ghazwat, in which Nabi Karim Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam was present himself. There's no greater honor than fighting alongside with Nabi Karim Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. So, وَمَا لَكُمْ لَا تُقَاتِلُونَ فِي سَبِيلِ اللَّهِ وَالْمُصْطَفِينَ مِنَ الرِّجَالِ وَالنِّسَاءِ وَالْوِلْدَانِ إِنَّ الَّذِينَ يَقُولُونَ رَبَّنَا أَخْرِجْنَا مِنْ هَذِهِ الْقَرْيَةِ الظَّالِمِ أَهْلِهَا وَاجْعَلْ لَنَا مِنْ لَدُنْكَ وَلِيًّا وَاجْعَلْ لَنَا مِنْ لَدُنْكَ نَصِيرًا. And what is with you that you do not want to fight for those people? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is pointing out to those people who cannot defend themselves. Who are those people? They are the weak people. Weak people means they could be physically weak people. There are elderly people among people, or financially weak people who cannot defend. One nisai, and among the women, and Wildani, those children, and those people who pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, oh Allah, oh Lord, rise among this town, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, they are praying to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that in this town, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala provide us with the help from yourself, who will help us, and who can befriend us. And so allazina amanu yuqatiluna fi sabilillah, and those Muslims, without seeking any glory, without seeking any recognition, they fight only for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And a classic example of that is Khalid bin Walid. Khalid bin Walid in the Battle of Mota. What happened in the Battle of Mota? This was fought in a way that, one of the Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam sent an ambassador to one of the Ghassani chieftain. Ghassani were the Christian Arabs living in the northern part of Arabia, and they were at the influence of Romans. They were some vassal states of Ghassanis. They pay tribute to Roman Emperor Heraclius. So when Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam sent a letter to Heraclius, so he almost accepted Islam, because he, like all the learned Christians, were waiting for a Messiah and for a prophet. And in their books, the name of Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam was Ahmed. So when Heraclius received this letter, he summoned Abu Sufyan into his court and asked many questions about Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. And just so he would not lie, Abu Sufyan, he told his people, the Quraysh people, that stand behind him, and if he lies, correct him immediately and inform me. And he asked many questions, and among that Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, did any of his ancestors claim that they were prophet? So Abu Sufyan said no. So he said that before he declared prophethood, did you find him that did he ever violate any treaty with you? So Abu Sufyan said no. And he asked many more questions. Among that, he said that, what kind of lineage does he have? So Abu Sufyan said that, he's from a very noble lineage. So when he asked all the questions, so he said that, a person who did not lie to you in the worldly affairs, why would you lie about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? And he said that, you said to Abu Sufyan, Heraclius, that, you said he's from the noble lineage. So that's the case with all the prophets. All the prophets are from the noble lineage. And then he said that when Abu Sufyan said that, those people who have accepted Islam, are these weak people or they are the affluent people? He said, Abu Sufyan had said that they are the weak people. So he said, that's the case, that, initially, whenever a new religion comes, so he knew all those, but what had happened, that one of his vassal state of a Ghassani king, when Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam sent him a letter, he had him killed. And to seek the justice, Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam sent an expedition. And it is, as I said, it's called Saraya, because Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam approved of it, but did not participate in. And that was in the under the command of his adopted son, Zayd bin Harisa. And he said that if something happened to Zayd, your next commander will be Jafar. Jafar, the younger brother of Hazrat Ali, that he will be your commander. And he says something happened to him. He says Abdullah bin Rawaha. He was the third in line to become the commander. Abdullah bin Rawaha was an Ansari Sahabi, and he was a poet, very much celebrated poet like Hassan bin Sabit. Like among two of the major Naat poets, there were Hassan bin Sabit and Abdullah bin Rawaha. So in this battle of Mota, first one to fall was Zayd bin Harisa, and then another Sahabi was the Jafar bin Abi Talib, who was also called Jafar Tayyar. So he fell, and after that Abdullah bin Rawaha. So all the three commanders had, Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said that if he falls, Abdullah bin Rawaha, then you choose a commander by your a new commander. So one by one, as Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam had prophesied, all of them, three of them, they met the martyrdom. And Khalid bin Walid, he had recently accepted Islam. So all the people say that, now you are the flag bearer, you become our leader. And Khalid bin Walid initially was shy because he had there were many recently converts in this battle of Mota, and one of them was Hazrat Abu Huraira. Abu Huraira, he was quite late of a convert, but most hadiths are narrated by Abu Huraira. So that's why some people objected to that, how in just a short time he was able to collect so many hadiths. So when in this battle, they selected Hazrat Khalid bin Walid, and he fought so bravely that Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam gave him the title of Saifullah, the sword of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And what I was referring to, that later on in Hazrat Abu Bakr Siddiq time and her initial time of Hazrat Umar Farooq, he won. There's a historical record that Khalid bin Walid is the only general. He commanded the 100 battles and won the 100 battles, even with the mighty Persian generals and with the Roman generals. So in Hazrat Umar Farooq took the Khilafat office, he realized that everybody is associating all these victories with Khalid bin Walid. And in Islam, personality should not matter. It is Allah who's giving us victory. So he dismissed Khalid bin Walid. So after winning victories after victories, a letter of Hazrat Umar Farooq came, and Khalid bin Walid read that letter, and after that he was actually basically dismissed from the command of that. But as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is describing in the Quran, that a Muslim fight only for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, not for his glory. So the same army he was commanding, when he was dismissed, he became just a humble soldier and participated in that. So everybody asked him that you were commanding this army and now you are fighting as a soldier, foot soldier in this army. So Khalid bin Walid said that, I'm fighting for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So it doesn't matter to me that I'm commander or not. So that was the thing. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is mentioning, so that was on the side note. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying that this dua, Allazina amanu yuqatiluna fi sabilillah wallazina kafaru yuqatiluna fi sabil at-taghut. So those Muslims are fighting in the way of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, as just I described with Khalid bin Walid. And those people who are fighting for evil or shaitan, taghut could be evil or shaitan. يقاتلون في الطاغوت فقاتلوا أولياء الشيطان إن كيد الشيطان كان ضعيفا. And indeed, all the tricks of shaitan are very weak. So if shaitan is not that we fear, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created shaitan, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala guided us that when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, how to protect yourself, seek the protection of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala from shaitan. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. And you will be protected, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, for him, shaitan is just another creation of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So his tricks are very useless. Hazrat Adam alayhi salam and shaitan, Iblis, they have a long animosity. So we humankinds and those shaitan can't, because before Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent Hazrat Adam alayhi salam to this world, it was basically a Jannah. They used to rule this world or the dunya. And when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created Adam alayhi salam and blow his own soul and ruh into it, so shaitan became envious of that, and he came from this world all the way to the the presence of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and pleaded that I will worship you like never before. Do not replace us with humankind. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had already decreed that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will send a vice regent into this world. And that's why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created Adam alayhi salam and sent it. And shaitan became so jealous that he refused to prostrate before Adam alayhi salam. And he became Malun, or became the outcast from the darbar of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying that all his tricks are very weak and useless. So inshallah I will end here, and if there's any questions or comments, I will welcome that.